Welcome to WCrypto.
Hello, my friends. Welcome back to WCrypto. In yesterday's video, I mentioned the possibility of upward momentum from 112,000, and we saw exactly that shortly after uploading. Price action spiked to around 113,300 from the purple 112,000 level, but the move was short-lived. We were rejected back to 111,000, where momentum is now building once again. In times like these, patience and conviction are key. Looking at the Bitcoin Historical Volatility Index on the one-month chart from BitMEX, we can see a potentially important signal. Volatility has been steadily declining over multiple years, and now sits at just 1.37%. Such prolonged compression historically precedes significant price movements once the coiled spring effect plays out. Technically, this suggests that energy is building for a meaningful directional move. An ex-user named APSK32 shared a chart overlaying Bitcoin's 4-year cycles on current price action. It highlights that, if history rhymes, we could see a strong move upward driven by post-halving supply dynamics. This projection points to possible ranges between 200,000 and 300,000 by the fourth quarter of 2025. Another chart from the same user, called the Bitcoin Power Curve of Cycle Cloud, supports that same idea, showing similar targets in the same time frame. Meanwhile, U.S. money market funds have reached an all-time high of $7.4 trillion, the largest level since the late 1980s. This massive pool of sideline capital shows there is plenty of dry powder waiting for deployment, and Bitcoin could become a natural beneficiary. Switching to the heat maps. On the 3-day view, the most notable liquidity cluster is around 110,400, just below the current level. On the weekly heat map, however, the strongest cluster sits at 114,700. This suggests that the medium-term bias remains tilted upward, even if short-term volatility tests lower levels. ETF flows this week presented a mixed picture. After a strong Monday with inflows of $364 million, Tuesday slowed sharply with only about 23 million net inflows. IBIT led with 169.3 million, but 3 other funds closed negative, balancing out the overall sentiment. On a lighter note, Apple unveiled the new iPhone 17 yesterday. Back in 2015, buying an iPhone 6s cost about 2.8 Bitcoin. Today, the latest iPhone costs only around 0.007 Bitcoin. In a single decade, Bitcoin's purchasing power has multiplied roughly 247 times. What once required nearly 3 full coins now requires less than 1/100th of a coin. It's a striking reminder of how Bitcoin's fixed supply and growing adoption stand in contrast to the continuous devaluation of government currencies. I will continue providing updates daily. Join the free Discord for real-time chart chatter. If you found value in this video, click the like button, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell so you never miss an update. And see you in the next one.